Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw the Iron Spider from Infinity War. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eye. So I'm going to move over to the left side and just draw in the upper part of the eye. Starting from the outside, we're going to curve in and then just pull that down towards the inside of the eye. Now I'm going to leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right side. So let's line up the inside of the eye. We're going to curve up and then out. Now I'm going to take the outside of the eye, curve down, and then back up towards the inside. Starting on the left, it's almost like drawing a half circle. Coming down, and then pulling that back up. Now we're going to go in and draw the trim around the eyes. From the top left corner of the eye, we're going to step up in an angle, curve down and in. Now we're just going to follow that curve of the eye down towards the inside. Now we're going to go back to the top and just curve the bottom part of the eye and then back in towards the center. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to start on the inside. Just follow the same curve of the eye going out. And as we get to the end, we're just going to flick this up to our point. Now going back to the bottom, come down around the eye, then all the way up towards the top. Let's go in and fill the trim in black. Now that we've drawn the eyes, let's draw on the lower part of the head. So I'm going to start on the left side of the eye. We're going to curve down and round out the jaw. And we're just going to pull this in towards the bottom of the chin. Now we're going to work our way back up towards the right side. Going out, rounding out the side, and then pulling it up towards the side of the eye. Now from that same spot, we're going to round out the top of the head. Starting on the left, we're going to bump this out slightly around the eye. We're going to pull that in, rounding out the top of the head. Pull this in towards the right side. Now we're going to connect the inside corners of the eye with a straight line going across, and then from the center we're going to go straight up towards the top of the head. So let's find the center, top, and pull a straight line coming down towards the middle. From the inside of the left eye, we're going to curve up and then out towards the left, and then from the right side we're going to curve in the opposite direction. Now let's draw the lines along the bottom of the face. Starting on the inside of the left eye, we're going to curve around and then out. Go to the right side and do the same thing. Now we're going to draw two more straight lines angling out towards the chin. So from the inside of the eye, we're going to step in, angle down and out. We'll do the same on the right. Now on the bottom edge of the eye, I want to draw two angle lines coming out towards the side of the head. And then from the top corners of the eye, we're going to go up in an angle towards the top of the head. Now let's go in and add in the webbing. So from the center, we're going to step up. On the left side, I'm going to curve down and then up towards the center. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to step up and do the same thing. From left, we're going to curve down and then up. Now we're going to go all the way to the top. So from the top of the head, we're going to curve down and then up towards the middle. Now we're going to draw the webs along the side. From this point, curve down and over towards the left. On the right, we'll come down and over towards the right, towards the top of the eye. Go to the second set, coming down and over towards the left. Now we're going to connect this point to the outside with another curve coming in and then back out. Now I'm going to go down and draw the webs along the center. So in the middle here, we're going to curve up and then back down. We'll step down and draw that same curve. Now let's work our way towards the left side. From this point, we're going to curve up and over. The bottom will go and do the same thing. Now let's flip that over on the right side. And then from this point, we're going to go all the way over towards the corner of the cheek, going up and then out. Now that we've drawn the head, let's work our way down the body. I'm going to start with the sides of the body first. So on the left side, I'm going to curve out and then down towards the hip. On the right side, we'll go in the opposite direction, coming down to the same height. Now from here, we're going to draw two angled lines coming down and in. And then from here, we're going to draw two short lines going up and in. Now I'm going to connect these 2 points with a slight curve coming down in the middle and then back up. Now in the center, we're going to step down, draw a curve from left to right, going up in the middle. On the left side, we're going to step in, curve out, and then down towards the left heel. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now let's round out the bottom of the feet. From the left heel, I'm going to curve down and pull it up towards the toe. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw on the top of the foot. From the toe, I'm going to draw a curve to the top, aiming towards the heel, but we're going to stop right about here. Let's do the same thing on the right, going up, aiming towards the heel, and stopping there. From the hips, we're going to draw the side of the leg. From the left side, we're going to go out, and we're just going to pull that in towards the top of the foot. Let's do the same thing on the right, going out, and then pulling that in. Before we add any detail, let's draw on the arms. So about halfway down the side of the body, curve out, and then down towards the wrist. And the same thing on the right. Back on the left side, we're going to draw on the thumb. So it's a small half circle. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a small bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around the bracket and then curve up. At the bottom of this finger, we're going to curve out and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're going to go all the way around the side of the arm, in behind the head. Now we're just coming in just beside the body. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting with a half circle for the thumb, and we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around the bracket, and then go up. We're going to step down, curve across, and up the second finger. Now the third finger is going to go all the way around the side of the arm. We're going to pull that in underneath the head. Now let's go in and add in some detail. We're going to start with the arms first. From the inside of the wrist, curve down and then up. Now on the outside, we're going to step all the way up here. Now we're going to taper this in towards the inside of the wrist. Coming in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist. And then from the inside, we're going to step up, curving up and out towards the outside of the arm. Let's add a band across the arm. So from this line, we're going to step up and just follow that same curve, coming down and in. We're going to draw that twice. Stepping up, we'll add a thin band. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's move up and draw on the shoulders. From this point, we're going to step up, draw a short angled line coming down and in. Now we're going to go in and up behind the body. Do the same thing on the right. Coming down in an angle. We're going to go up towards the side of the arm. We're going to trace this out on the outside. Stepping up, come in, then angle up in behind the body. Now from that same point of the shoulder, we're going to curve in behind this band, going out and then down. Now let's move inside and draw on the spider. So just below the chin in the middle, we start with a point. From this point, we're going to angle down and out towards left and right. We'll come straight down with a short line. Now we're going to go out again. Short angled line going out. We're going to come down the sides. Now we're going to pull this in towards the center. Now let's draw the arms of the spider. Starting from the top corner here, we're Go up and out in an angle. Do the same thing on the right. Go up with a short line on either side. Now we're going to angle up towards the side of the body, along the top. Now we're going to trace along the bottom. So taking that same angle, we're going to step down, angle in, come down. Now we're going to come in with an angle, leaving a small gap on the inside. We're going to do the same thing on the right. From that same point, we're going to angle down and out. We're going to go a little bit wider, a little bit further out. We're going to come down. And then we're going to go out and up towards the side of the body. Now I'm going to take this line here and just extend it out and just trace out the bottom edge of the arm. Going down to a point. Now we're going to angle up. Do the same thing on the right, extending this line. Come all the way down to the bottom and then angle up. Now I'm going to take this line and just extend it about halfway down, and we're going to angle down and out. Do the same thing on the right, extending this down, we'll angle down and then out. Now I'm going to take this angled line, we're going to extend this all the way towards the side of the body on both sides. Then I'm going to trace this along the outside, taking this angled line, stepping down, angle in, out. I'm going to pull this all the way down towards the bottom. Do the same thing on the right. And then from this point here, we're going to angle up and out towards the side of the body. Now let's add some detail to the lower part of the body. From this point here, we're going to step out, angle down and out on both sides. Now we're going to go up towards the side of the hips. I'm just going to split this in half, so stepping up, split it in half. Now we're going to add a trim along the top of the leg. From this line, we're going to step down, angle down and in, do the same thing on the right. We're going to come down in an angle, and we're going to pull that straight across towards the inside of the leg. Now let's add the top of the boot. On the left side, we're going to angle down and in, just above the foot. Now we're going to angle up and in. Do the same thing on the right. Now from this point, I'm going to leave a gap. On the left side, we're going to draw a straight line coming down, move over, draw that same line. Now we're going to come down and out towards the sides of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now we just want to trim this out on the inside. Starting from the top, we're going to step down and go down. Now we're going to come back in. We do the same thing on the outside. Coming in and then out. And then finally on the outside, we'll come in and then down. And that's pretty much it. There's the Iron Spider from Infinity War. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.